Florida school districts are making new procedures, to address increased political activity by students. And as a former school teacher, I want to say that I 100% agree with the idea that students should receive consequences if they leave class or leave campus, especially, to engage in these protests. I mean, and there's a few reasons, and none of them involve because I'm a former school teacher who hates kids. Actually, it's the opposite. It's for their well-being. And so, safety. I mean, if you don't know where they're at, you don't know what they're, if they're safe. Secondly, it does disrupt the learning. I mean, I know maybe they're learning from the protest. Okay. I mean, we can discuss that. Third, what protest do you support? What if they want to march out of class over the cell phone use? I mean, that's actually a legitimate issue from their perspective. I think they shouldn't be allowed to use their cell phones in class, but it's a legitimate issue. Or what if they just want to leave and just make up an excuse? Again, I mean, because we do it too as adults. This isn't bad kids. This is simply the reality. But the most important reason, the one reason I feel passionately that students should receive the same consequences for leaving class for a protest that they would for any other reason, is because in the real world, which they're going to have to deal with in a few years, there are no pats in the back for defying authority or for challenging authority. I mean, sometimes it takes the shape of social pressure. Sometimes there's incidents, where counter protesters show up and there's fights. Sometimes there's violence, there's jail, there's death. When those brave civil rights activists marched across the Selma Bridge, dinner wasn't waiting for them on the other side. You know what was waiting for them? Tear gas, bully clubs, death. That's what was waiting for them. And and when I was a teacher, I was really hopeful that some of my students would say, you know what? It's worth it because I want to make a difference. And if that's what they want to do, I 100% support it. What I don't want to see happen to any of my former students or any student is for them to believe that they're going to get pats on the back because they're doing the right thing or doing the thing they believe in. That's not how the world works. You can even tell them, look, this is how the real world works and this is the consequence. I'm not saying do more. What I'm saying is don't give them the impression that protest doesn't have consequences. Don't do that to them. Don't handicap them that way. Let them know, yes, when you take a stand, oftentimes it's going to cost you something. I want my former students and students all over the world to display real courage by knowing what the real consequences are and choosing to do the right thing anyway. And by giving them consequences now, they're going to learn what it is, and they're going to be able to make that decision. Thank you.